Welcome to the first edition of
Moron Talk.
Okay, the title is settled. Not yet. But, yeah, we're going to talk about some movies. We literally just came back from watching
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
And that is why I'm yawning, because it's midnight.
Yeah, well, things happened. Anyways,
There it comes again.
Chris, tell us a little bit about your history with this franchise.
Okay, so I consider myself a die-hard Jurassic Park fan. I watched Jurassic Park, The Lost World Jurassic Park, and
his favorite.
Shut up. And Jurassic Park 3 I actually saw in theaters when I was a kid. So as a child I loved dinosaurs. I mean, it was my biggest thing. I wanted to be a T-Rex when I grew up. That's what I told my teachers. That's how much I love dinosaurs. So it means a lot to me that they're trying to continue the franchise. And honestly, the first 3 movies I will always hold near and dear to my heart. They have done very little wrong, except for maybe the third one, tiny bit, little weird. But Jurassic World came out, and I saw it a couple times, and every time I've seen it, my like for it just kind of dipped down a little bit lower and a little bit lower, because I notice something new every time I see the movie. And my biggest problem with it was the premise of that people got bored of seeing a dinosaur. Alright, so like my view on that is like, we still have zoos. Nobody's bored of seeing a tiger or a lion. Shut up, John. Nobody's talking about you. The general public still takes their kids, still goes on dates, still, just goes to the zoo all the time to see these animals. So are we really that bored of these animals that we need to make hybrids?
Yes, that's why they made the liger.
They didn't
And
make
the
the liger.
Zorse.
That was a
They
natural
mated
thing.
them.
Those were natural things that happened. Those weren't hybrids that we conjured up in a lab.
But we forced a lion and a tiger to mate.
That's still more natural than conjuring it up in a lab.
And this is the moral dilemma of the entire Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, not sponsored, movie.
I want to see an Indoraptor.
Yeah, so we just got back from seeing Fallen Kingdom, and how'd you guys feel?
First impressions, I'd say me and John go first because
Yeah.
I liked it. It was entertaining. It was different than the first one. John?
I have a fake theory that I want to get to later, but first impressions were, I thought it was a good movie. I liked that it didn't take place on an island again. Spoilers.
We're getting there.
Well, I don't know if people. I've never seen any trailers because I don't watch trailers for movies, so I don't know if people knew that it wasn't on the island.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
Ooh.
From the trailers.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert! Now we're gonna
We'll edit
spoil
that
the
in.
movie.
Because I was getting a little bored of Jurassic Park movies on an island because it's basically the same thing every single time.
Which is why I like the Jurassic World,
Lost World.
Lost World. Sorry.
That's kind of what I was thinking from the beginning when I first saw the trailer. I noticed there were certain scenes that didn't seem like it was on the island anymore. So when I heard about the premise of the movie, spoilers again, I know we moved past it, but the premise of the movie is weaponized dinosaurs and the moral dilemma behind weaponizing or using dinosaurs that should have been extinct. So like this movie was like a repeat of the Lost World Jurassic Park, because in that one they wanted to take the dinosaurs and move them to the mainland to use them. Alright, so Lost World, they wanted to make another park, a smaller park, kind of like a Coliseum type thing where they just show these animals on display, have them do tricks, do whatever. And in
SeaWorld, everyone loves Shamu.
Mhm.
He's locked in a cage.
basically the same thing.
Did he just die?
I don't know.
Anyway.
But in this movie, they basically, spoilers, they want to use the dinosaurs as like big game hunting or pets or weapons or whatever these diabolical people can come up with. So to me, I drew a lot of parallels from The Lost World and Fallen Kingdom. Now, I can respect that they're making the homage to the originals, but there has to be a point where you have to come up with a new, fresh idea. And I honestly do believe that this was a fresher idea than Jurassic World was. Fallen Kingdom, to me, was a better storyline because it introduced actual character arcs. It actually introduced the moral dilemma of having the dinosaurs in a world where they shouldn't be. Instead of just being, oh my god, they're going to eat people. It's now about, should we save them? Should we not? What kind of rights do they have? And stuff like that. It's not that big a political movie. It's still an action movie. It still has plenty of people that get eaten. Spoilers. But,
oh boy, dinosaur movie. People die and get eaten.
yeah, exactly. But I actually enjoyed this one more than I did Jurassic World. Not because of the hybrid theory. Shout out to Linkin Park. But because it actually showed real development throughout the characters, except for maybe a couple, like Wu, the mad scientist who conjured up the hybrids and stuff.
The Indominus Rex.
The Indominus Rex,
and
the Indoraptor.
Jinx.
Which is the new hybrid dinosaur in this movie.
Which I caught something that was actually a good attention to detail. When they were prodding the Indoraptor with the electricity, the
cattle prod?
Yeah, those. It actually had scars from them. Whenever we saw a close-up on the body, or even a full shot of the body, it actually had scars, and it was like descaling or something like, I don't know what you would technically call it.
So good.
Good attention to detail, because that's not something you typically get from big monster movies. They forget things. They miss things, like the scars on the T-Rex
that he got from the fight with the Indominus Rex.
Exactly, those were there. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't believe that from Jurassic Park to Jurassic World that is the same T-Rex, even though that is a theory and that's what most people believe, because there was a fight with the raptors in Jurassic Park, and he should have had scars from that, which in Jurassic World I never saw. So I can't believe that it's the same T-Rex, but hey, whatever you want to believe, I guess.
So, my impressions of the movie. I'm a camera and editing major, if you do not know. And did you guys catch the repeat kind of edits? I only saw it twice, but it was like when the door of the gyrosphere was closing, it closed and then they cut and then it closed again.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I thought that was just on the other side though, because I think I know what you're talking about.
No, but the gyrospheres you only get in one side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I thought I caught that. But I thought it was just because they did it on the opposite side.
No,
but I remember
the same.
I remember seeing it close twice. I just thought that
I didn't catch that.
And then the only other time I caught it was when the Indoraptor was attacking Chris Pratt and it fell through the glass, or it broke the glass.
Mm-hmm.
They did it 3 times.
Well, yeah, no, I seen that. And he kept stomping.
Yeah.
But he was stomping on nothing, but stuff kept breaking.
I'm referring it to I don't know if this is correct, but the Japanese kind of film culture where they do things 3 or 4 times to emphasize it.
Yeah, like they do in anime when someone gets hit, and they do it from different angles.
Imagine that as dinosaurs. Dinosaur chomps down on a dude, and you get it from 5 different angles.
Also,
upside down.
Thought, it kind of threw me off guard when they went to the island, because it was they started Act 1, and then it went directly to Act 3. I feel it kind of was rushed.
I do agree. You got to certain points in that movie a little too quick. I understand that a plane ride from wherever they are to the island it's going to be a couple hours, but you can't show a couple hours worth in the movie. You can't even show more than maybe 10 minutes before people start to get bored or something. So I do agree. You got from point A to point B a little too quick in certain spots. But the editing thing, the thing that bothered me most was they like you said, reused shots. But what I caught was like when the little girl, I forget her name already. Maisie. When Maisie is running away from the evil corporate dude, I already forget their names. I'm terrible at this.
Mills.
When Maisie is running away from Mills and she's in the basement where she's not supposed to be, it always seems like she just got away, right? Well, that's how it was when they were running away from the Indoraptor in the same building. They just got away.
I kind of caught that too.
And then the baryonics in the control room and the lava coming in, they just got away. It was a little bit too much of that to me.
Yeah, it was kind of like the raptor was just about to eat him, and then they're at the stairs.
Yeah, exactly. Like how did that happen? Like I whatever.
A little movie cheatsy doodles, but what are you gonna do?
See, since I have not seen a single trailer for this, and I had no idea what to expect going into this, I thought that them landing on the island and 10 minutes later it explodes. I was not prepared for that. I was like, what's going on? Is the movie already going to be over?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It kind of like jumped right into that
because it
sort
was
of climax.
They landed on the island. Yeah. They got a dinosaur, and boom, volcano explodes. I was like, the movie's been on for 40 minutes.
But it does do a good job at that scene, that climax, that false climax on the island. It does make you feel something for a dinosaur.
Yeah, no.
That brachiosaur scene where it's standing on the dock.
Mm-hmm. Spoilers.
Spoilers. The brachiosaur scene when it's standing on the dock and everybody's just watching.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, I was that close to shedding a tear. The dinosaurs hit me right in the feels no matter what.
What did I tell you before we started watching it?
I don't know what it is though. With any movie or song, if someone puts enough feeling into it, I will feel it. Like, I didn't cry at Titanic, but I almost shed a tear at Lilo and Stitch 2 when Stitch almost died. It's just when people put feeling into a movie, I feel it. But I know what you're talking about with the dinosaur.
Yeah. Like, there were a couple times where you feel bad for the dinosaurs when the gas and everything, the brachiosaur on the dock. There was one more that I'm thinking about because there was another scene where the dinosaurs were just like, oh my god, they have to be dead by now. Jumping off.
Yeah, when they were going into the water.
Yeah, certain ones couldn't swim because they were too heavy.
The Triceratops was trying to go up for air, and
Ankylosaurus is doing the same thing. Yep. I know a lot about dinosaurs, though, so I'll be spitting out dinosaur names constantly.
So my other gripe, I guess, with this movie was Claire, her kind of like story arc. I know they were gonna take a different turn with it, but her like supporting the dinosaurs
completely
like, right
flipped
after the first movie.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just felt a little weird to me.
Yeah, because in the first movie, she's like this corporate person who
treats
less.
Yeah, treats dinosaurs as if they're toys.
They weren't animals. They're
numbers on a spreadsheet.
They were projects that she's in control of, and now all of a sudden it's just like full 180 right off the bat. She's like a full die-hard activist.
Yep.
But I guess I agree. That's the character dynamic.
Yeah. But I don't know if it was just me, but she just felt like a different person in this movie. Like they just somehow.
Well, she was, yeah.
Well, no, like they just like switched actors or actresses. Like they got someone who looks just like her.
Her evil twin sister, or actually her good twin sister.
I don't know. Maybe that just proves she's a good actress.
I don't know. It was just something about her just didn't seem like the person from the first one. But it's been a while since I've seen it.
But yeah, I did like the array of dinosaurs that they had in the movie. It was nice seeing some variety instead of the original. How many dinosaurs were on the original island? There were Dilophosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, Brachiosaur, Gallimimus, Velociraptor. then maybe 2 or 3 others.
You are
Triceratops.
You are speaking different language to me.
Speaking.
I know Velociraptor, T-Rex, Triceratops. There's my dinosaur knowledge.
But then in the second one, we are introduced to Paracephalosaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, and then Compsognathus. I can't ever say that one right. So there's quite an array of dinosaurs throughout the original 3, but we did get introduced to, I don't know if it was a Baryonyx or a Suchomimus. I think it was Baryonyx though. And then a Carnotaurus, and then different arrays of Stigmathosaurus, if I'm saying that right. I think I am. So it was, to me, it was nice seeing a different showing of dinosaurs, because like I said, in the original Jurassic Park, there were only a few dinosaurs. There were actually only 13 minutes of dinosaurs in that movie, so you didn't get to see a lot. But in this movie, I almost felt like we saw a little too much. Like, I get it, there, like, certain scenes you have to have the dinosaurs in, but I thought we saw a little too much of, like, the Indoraptor. Like, if that thing was a hunting machine, it should have been more...
Stealthy,
yeah. It should have been more camouflaged. It should have been, like, more tactical about how it was going about things, instead of just always jumping straight at our main actors and being like, ah, rah, 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 I'm gonna eat you. It should have been like, what's that? Like, in Jurassic Park 3, the Velociraptors quickly figured out that they could go over the cages to get to the people. And they outsmarted most of the people in that movie by surrounding them. Why didn't the Indoraptor, if it's the same breed of raptor, why didn't the Indoraptor, eventually learn that it could climb over something instead of trying to go through it? Like, with the log thing?
Yeah, where he climbed up there and then he spotted the phone or whatever, and then they just decided, hey, he sees the phone, we should just run straight in front of it.
Yeah.
For a hunting machine, it was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, they kind of, they gave it like an out by calling it a prototype, but like,
it didn't have the raptor genes or whatever, right? Because that's why they needed blue.
No, it needed blue because
they needed a mother.
Yes. So the idea was it needs to imprint on somebody so that it can follow that one person's commands, kind of like Chris Pratt did with Blue.
Yeah, so they needed Blue to teach them how to take orders and how to basically take the traits that make Blue so intelligent and try to imprint that onto another one.
Yeah.
So, like, I was kind of let down because I don't remember if it was this movie or another movie, but I heard that it was supposed to have a more horror aspect.
Yeah, this one was supposed to be more horror.
But it didn't really seem like that.
Well, that's probably because most people nowadays are used to jump scares.
Yeah.
And that's what they were trying to implement. Like, the last couple minutes where Mills gets eaten, that was supposed to be a jump scare. I don't know if anybody got that jump scare.
I have not been scared by a jump scare since I was 12 years old seeing Sinister. So
play the clip of Paranormal VR, please.
All right, in a movie, okay? In a movie, I have not been scared by a jump scare since Sinister. And actually, I wasn't even scared by a jump scare in that movie.
Good callback. But,
Thanks to your quick wit.
No, this was supposed to be more of a horror movie. And I honestly, like, I got that feel that they were trying to go for it. Because, like, the scene where the lights cut out, where they turn the lights off, and then the little girl screams at the same time it roars in the glass.
Mm-hmm.
That was to me what, basically, it was reminiscent to me of Alien. Because there's scenes in Alien, throughout all the Alien movies, where you can see the reflection of the alien in the glass, and then you see the person that is trying to attack, and then, whatever happens. So, Alien to me is iconic horror, that is classic horror, and what Fallen Kingdom was trying to do was trying to mimic that, trying to almost homage that, but didn't quite get there. I mean, yes, it was a great shot to get. I mean, it was probably what they were banking on as a money shot for horror. but honestly, I don't think they succeeded in the horror aspect as much as like people like us would. But I remember watching Jurassic Park as a kid and being deathly afraid of raptors.
Hell yeah.
I was so scared of raptors that I had nightmares about raptors. And
So, dude, Jurassic Park fuels all my nightmares, okay?
seriously?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I hated dinosaurs, but I liked the movies.
Okay.
And the one in particular scene that I absolutely was afraid of was in Jurassic Park 2 when the raptors are coming through
the grass, tall grass.
Tall grass. And they're coming from all sides, and then he just jumps on
It just,
one.
yeah, great
See,
scene.
That scared the hell out of me as a kid.
You guys have very different nightmares than I did as a kid because I loved Jurassic Park 3 when I was a little kid. I think I was like 4 or 5 years old when I first seen Jurassic Park 3. And my mom yelled at my dad because I strictly remember this. Like, this is a vivid memory. She was going to bed, and my dad stayed up with me to watch Jurassic Park 3, and she was like, if you let him watch that, you're staying up all night while he has nightmares. And my dad fell asleep on the couch, and I'm just sitting there loving every second of that movie. And then I went to bed, slept like a baby. But then my mom bought this stupid pop-up basketball net, and she put it in the basement. And I had a
Where is this
nightmare.
going?
I had a nightmare about that for a week straight.
The basketball net.
It was just a little pop-up basketball net. That,
Would you think it was a dinosaur in the dark?
No. The dream was that was the only thing in the house. There's nothing, no furniture, no beds, no nothing.
So it's
it was
just
just
staring at
that. And there was a guy with a shotgun and a Rottweiler chasing me around the house, and that was the only place I could hide. I don't know why. She took the net down, and the dream stopped.
Well,
Yeah, no.
That was
okay.
going way off topic from what we were supposed to be talking about.
But no, like, I remember as a kid watching Jurassic Park and thinking the T-Rex was the ultimate badass. And then now as I grow up, I'm like solving all these more problems in my head and listening to more of the research behind the T-Rex. Did you know that the T-Rex, they reconstructed the bones in a computer, and then the computer put the muscles on according to where the bones would be, like, comparative to humans or birds. So they ran a test simulation about the T-Rex and found out that the T-Rex couldn't run past, like, 10 miles per hour. Otherwise, its legs would break.
And I put that theory, because you told us beforehand, to use in watching this movie. And I was kind of watching the T-Rex, and I don't think it ran too fast.
Not in this movie.
No.
But it's notoriously known. Like, they asked specifically in the first movie, how fast is your T-Rex? And he said, we clocked it at 30 miles per hour. That, unfortunately, can't happen anymore. And now with new developments in science and paleontology, we're kind of coming to the conclusion that dinosaurs were more like birds, as again stated in Jurassic Park with Dr. Alan Grant with that little kid. He's like, so what? Raptors aren't that scary. And he's like, pulls out the raptor claw. He's like,
goes across his
stomach. Yeah, slices your stomach open. Guts and blood goes everywhere. But
you gotta watch it eat yourself.
Yeah. But we're actually starting to think that most dinosaurs were feathered now instead of scales. So I'm waiting for the day where we actually get to see feathers on dinosaurs as opposed to scales. I was kind of hoping for a little bit of that in this movie.
Well, if you notice, the Indoraptor kind of had what looked like little, like, bristles, I guess.
Are you talking about, like, on its back thing? Where it was kind of like the stuff sticking out?
But
I kind of thought they were going the feather route with that, but then we saw more of it.
Because it wasn't that much. There's only, like, maybe 20 or 30, like, hairs or bristles, whatever you want to call it. But
that actually, I think, and I wanted to talk about that. Thank you for reminding me. Jurassic Park 3 is where they determined that the raptors are one of the most intelligent creatures on Earth, and if humans hadn't gained dominance after the cataclysmic events of the dinosaurs, raptors would have roamed the Earth as the main species, right? So in Jurassic Park 3, they also had the bristles coming off the back of their head. I just rewatched it, which is why I remember.
I haven't
this.
seen
I
Jurassic.
think I slightly remember that.
They also had, some of them also had the bristles coming off, but there was also the ones from Jurassic Park and The Lost World where they were shorter. They didn't have the bright colors on them. They didn't have the bristles or anything. They were just straight raptors that you see in the first and second movie. But the Indoraptor was very reminiscent to me of the Jurassic Park 3 raptors, where it had the bristles, the bright colors going down it, kind of like Blue, how it had the stripe going down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the theory is that not the Alpha Raptor, but next in line, like maybe the general.
Omega?
No, not like the one in charge. Okay, think about it like a king, right? King has his guards, right? Well, the ones with the guards are the ones that have the bright colors down them, as if when you see them, you're like, oh shit, that one's gonna attack first.
So, not the leader, but the muscle.
Yes, pretty much. So, the Indoraptor really was reminiscent of Jurassic Park 3, which I was under the impression that they were totally ignoring Jurassic Park 3, because I remember some interview with Colin Trevorrow about Jurassic World, and he said something about we're taking into account the first 2 movies, maybe the third, and it was never a discussion past that. But then again, you see the Spinosaurus skeleton in Jurassic World. It's right in your face. They break it even. The T-Rex breaks it during the fight with the Indominus, which is supposed to be like a metaphor back to...
Metaphor.
Well, yeah. Back to Jurassic Park 3. How can you have the Jurassic World T-Rex if the T-Rex died in Jurassic Park 3?
Yeah, because the Spinosaurus
Killed it. Snapped its
snaps
neck.
in that. Yeah.
Well, that is it for us. Can you go turn that off? Final thoughts?
Well, I just wanted to say my false theory is that I am a huge Dragon Ball fan. I could talk like Chris is with dinosaurs, that's me with Dragon Ball. But anyway, I always wondered how you could have dinosaurs living in the same time as people, and this is the perfect moment. The dinosaurs battle humans, the world goes into utter chaos, and then they eventually learn how to live together, and then the Dragon Balls come in, and then now you have a Dragon Ball movie. So if I don't see that in the third one, I don't want to watch it.
Okay, well, anyway, it's 8 out of 10 for me. Good video.
I gave it an 8.
Good movie.
6 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. And
8.
can't wait for the third one. Yeah.
Third one released in two,
And
3 years?
we'll find
2,
out.
3 years? I don't know.
Bye.
See you.